Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Thursday, the 21st of April 2022. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon we bring you the 5 news items that happened today that you need to know about. Let's jump into it. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 closed up 0.3% today to 7,593 points, though until the last couple of minutes of trading, it was above 7,600 points. That's its highest level since August last year. The banks all did pretty well while the big miners fell back. There was plenty of corporate news around today. CSL said it had raised $4 billion over the past couple of days to fund its purchase of Viva Pharma, which it announced late last year. Annuity provider and fund manager Challenger said its profit this financial year would be at the upper end of its guidance range, sending its share price up more than 10%. Pallet maker Bramble said it expected revenue at the upper end of its expectations. Having been able to push through higher pricing, its share price jumped 8%. Petrol refiner and retailer Viva Energy said sales volumes jumped sharply in the March quarter thanks to the easing of COVID restrictions. Its share price jumped 5%, a 3-year high, not bad. At the other end of the spectrum, tech group Megaport's share price fell 20% on a lackluster market update. Now, Megaport provides connectivity services for networking and cloud computing. Its share price has halved since late last year. Story number 2, the Australian Prudential Regulation Authority says it expects the financial services industry to consult with regulators before pushing into crypto assets. It wants the industry to conduct comprehensive due diligence, understand the risks, and to tread warily. Now, it's the first time the regulator has set out any principles guiding cryptos, which in itself gives them legitimacy. Chair Wayne Byers wants to regulate the sector by 2025, and he's worried that some crypto assets present significant operational, investment, and credit risks. Story number 3, KKR, the US private equity giant that's leading a group of investors in the proposed $20 billion acquisition of Ramsay Health Care, says the target company's largest shareholder is supportive of the bid. The Paul Ramsay Foundation, which owns 19% of the company, has indicated it's supportive of the proposal being put to shareholders if recommended by the Ramsay board. That's a pretty influential voice in what happens with that deal. Story number 4, Tesla reported its earnings this morning, and it just goes from strength to strength. Its third quarter earnings beat estimates, and with strong demand for its products, it's been able to raise prices of vehicles it sells. It was yet another quarter of record deliveries and earnings. And just an addendum to an item from yesterday, remember I said Netflix subscribers numbers had fallen during the March quarter for the first time in a decade? That announcement was made after the market was closed yesterday. When it opened overnight, Netflix's share price tumbled 35%. That's more than $50 billion wiped off the value of the company. Ouch. And story number 5 comes from Wimbledon. The All England club has banned any players from Russia or Belarus from this year's championships, robbing the event of the probable number 2 seed. It seems the club doesn't want a Russian player being presented a trophy by a member of the royal family. The biggest loser from this is world number 2 and US Open champion Daniil Medvedev. This is the 100th edition of Wimbledon this year, so it's pretty important to the world of tennis. One of the greats of the game, Martina Navratilova, who in 1975 renounced her Czech nationality to play for the US, said the decision would destroy tennis. That's it for the afternoon report for Thursday, the 21st of April 2022. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning for the Friday edition of Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.